Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, my mic. There we go. Hello, everybody. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to come in. Welcome, 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 everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hello, hello. Whew. Happy Saturday, everybody. It's your girl, csBailey. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of the She Is Still Dope Vodcast live and live on sheisstilldope.tv. Excuse me this morning, everybody. I just want to say hello and thank you for tuning in. I apologize for the delay today. I want you all to pray for MaDonna. MaDonna was in a minor car accident. She is fine. They are okay. They are safe. They are waiting for a tow truck as we speak. So my guest will not be on with me today, but I need you guys to just please keep her in prayer. She was traveling and they got in a minor fender bender, but she is okay by the grace of God. So I will be on today by myself. But, you know, today has been a really crazy day and God really gave me a message to share with you guys today. So I'm going to do just that. But before I get into my message for today, I had to shift gears a little bit since MaDonna is not on. But God has definitely given me a word to share with you this morning. Before I do that, I want to encourage all of you. Hey, Monica, how you doing? I want to encourage all of you to tune in Monday through Saturday. Monday through Saturday for She Is Still Dope TV, live now on Roku, Fire Stick, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. How about that? We're everywhere. We are growing by leaps and bounds, and I just thank God for what He is doing in this season. The other thing is make sure that you check out our new membership community this week. For those of you who don't know, we launched a new membership community. Go to sheisstilldope.com/membership, and you can find out information about our brand new global community. She Is Still Dope. We have local chapters, which I'll talk about in a moment, but we launched our new membership community. This morning, we had an amazing coaching seminar that MaDonna held for us to teach us how to set goals. So don't worry for the members who missed it. You will be able to, starting on Monday, you will be able to go back and watch that video and to view her presentation so you can set some goals. So we're just getting started. We have a lot of amazing things coming up. We have a master class the end of this month with LJ Fountain, who is a communications guru. She doesn't like for me to call her a guru, but she is a guru. So we have so many just wonderful and amazing things coming up. The thing that I was going to talk with MaDonna about today, MaDonna is the president of our small groups. Small groups are groups 21 groups so far, 21 groups that we have set up for our members to network and to connect with people in their specific genre, category, industry. So if you're a beautician, a cosmetologist, you can join our beauty group. If you're a real estate agent, you can join our real estate group. If you are an attorney or a nonprofit, we have 21 small groups that have been established so that you can network with women who are in your industry. For those of you who might be interested, in leading a small group, please reach out and email smallgroups@sheisstilldope.com. So I'm so excited to announce those small groups. We have Apostle Ronette Martin Little, who is in charge of our clergy. So for everyone that is an apostle, a pastor, a minister, a reverend, we have a group for you to network with women from all around the globe. Right? So we were going to talk about small groups today with MaDonna because she is the president. But again, please continue to pray for her. But email smallgroups@sheisstilldope.com. That's the logo there for our small groups. You see, it's global. You will be networking with women from all over the globe, not just locally, not in your state, not in your city, but women from all across the globe who do what you do, who are in your industry, who can support you. So we were going to talk about small groups, but again, if you want to join a small group, please, 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 by all means, reach out to MaDonna for more information. We still have local chapters. So if you want to start a local chapter in your area, please reach out to local chapters at sheisstilldope.com. Atlanta's chapter meeting is on Monday. So for those of you who want an invitation to the Atlanta chapter meeting, email the chapter president, Miss Claudia Smalls, at atl@sheisstilldope.com. Really simple, right? For those of you in the Harrisburg area, Harrisburg, your meeting is coming up. Email harrisburg@sheisstilldope.com. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, you finally have a chapter president. Your chapter meeting will be coming up. We'll be announcing that on Monday. Email lancaster@sheisstilldope.com. Matter of fact, email them on Monday. Their email starts on Monday. So for those of you in Wilmington, Delaware's chapter will be meeting soon. So email wilmington@sheisstilldope.com. If you are interested in starting a local chapter in your area, please email local chapters at sheisstilldope.com. Shout out to Yonkers, New York. Yonkers, New York's chapter will be meeting as well. Email yonkers@sheisstilldope.com. So as you guys can tell, we have a lot of amazing, amazing things happening here at She Is Still Dope. But what I'm going to get into a message today, something I rarely do, but there's something really heavy on my heart. This has been a really, really rough week for me. And I'm sure a lot of you, it's funny because Pastor V, her message this week was, have you considered the suffering, right? That comes with the call. And today, the thing that God really put on my heart, and really my message today for you guys, what I want to say is, real queens fix each other's crowns. I want you to soak that in. Think about that. Real queens fix each other's crowns. This morning, I had something come up, and thank God for our EVP of community, Kim Dorsey. She stood in the gap for me. She jumped in, you know what I mean, did what she had to do, rearrange some things in her schedule so she could stand in for me this morning during the coaching seminar. I thank God for our team, Pastor Carmen Morales, who is our COO. When I need some support and I need some help, thank God for sending me some women to support me and to help me. That hasn't always been the case, in my life. And I thought about today, just about the women who have reached out that really just need support, that need love. And it's like we all say, oh, hello, queen. Hi, queen. Hi. A lot of you are not queens. I said that. A lot of you are queens in training. Okay. So if you're a queen, that means you have your own territory. So if you have your own territory, then you're so busy and so consumed with reigning over your territory that you don't have time to worry about somebody else's. Did you hear that? You heard what I said? If you're a real queen, you don't compete with other queens. When you see another queen's crown tilted, you adjust her crown and you let her know and you help her out. If you're a real queen, you don't compete with me, you eat with me, right? If we're royalty, right? If we're daughters of the king, then that means we're royalty. It's time that we start acting like that. The one thing that I notice is, and especially with running a women's global network, is you have so many people competing to be important. If you're a queen, you don't have to compete for it, right? If you're a queen, you know you're a queen. You stand strong and you stand up. And if you see another woman in need, you stop and you help her out. And for those old queens, how about you stop and you teach the princesses how to be a queen? How about you ask them, how can I help you? How about you train up the next generation? It's like you're so busy wanting to be the queen, right? I've had a lot of women who I looked at and wanted women that I wanted to be mentors to me. And instead of being a mentor, they wanted to compete with me. Right? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't, like, what happens when you die? What happens when you die? You've trained, what legacy will you leave? So I realize I'm on a soapbox today, but I'm just, it's just what we have to realize is that as women, right? And I know I say women of color a lot, but I really mean that. I'm really on that today. We've been taught for the women of color, and really this probably applies to all women, But we've been taught to fight amongst each other and to compete with each other, right? But what we don't understand is the reason that we've been taught and trained to compete with each other or to criticize each other is because we're stronger together. Because if we come together, what happens when you see women come together? Some really, 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 really amazing things happen, right? So we are so gifted and we're so strong and we're so smart and we're so powerful, right? But we feel like if we try to come up, that we can't bring somebody with us because she might steal my shine. A real queen understands that if I take my candle, you see my candle back here? If I take my candle and I light another woman's candle, that doesn't put my candle out. It's a really dark world right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. It's a dark place. So how do we heal our land? How do we fix that? By becoming the light, right? Because when we're the light, when we take our candle and we light another woman's candle and another woman's candle and another woman's candle, what happens, right? We become light. So what can survive in darkness? Light. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm on it today, but I'm so bothered this morning. And that's it right there. Stronger together. What we have to understand, women of God, what we have to understand for those of you who don't know God, but that you're looking for something, you feel like you're missing something. Thank you, Angela. And Angela has her own community. She has her own movement. But guess what? She's one of our small group leaders. She's a small group leader for our authors community. But she didn't say, I got my own thing going on over here. She said, I'm in, sis. How can I help? Because what I realized is I can help her and she can help me. But we've been trained and taught for so long that if I help somebody, it's going to take away from me. Or, I can't let her come up because then that's going to push me down. That's a lie. That's a lie, right? There are not that many of us in the first place, as far as minorities. Women, period. Women, period, are the minority. She Is Still Dope is for all women. Let's make that clear. But do we understand that the woman you're competing with, right, and that you're fighting against is the woman who needs you the most? And if you come together and work together, what can happen? We are stronger together. That is not just words. It's the truth. We hear that. I see it now in commercials. I see it everywhere. We've been saying it for a long time, and She Is Still Dope. But what we don't understand is stop and really think about that. We need each other. God said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And Pastor Carmen always says, I'll hold your ladder. You mean, like, what should we do? Like while we're waiting, the one thing I said here is, if you don't have a kingdom, right, and you're in training, right, then what are you supposed to do while you're waiting for God to give you your territory or for God to gift you your territory? You know what you're supposed to do while you wait? Do what I did while I waited. Do what other women do while they're waiting. You serve. You hold another woman's ladder and you help her get to the top. Because guess what? When that sister gets to the top or when she gets where she's trying to get, guess what's going to happen? She's going to come back for you. She's going to come back for you, or she brought you along, right? She brought you along the way. So what we have to understand, women, hello, Bishop Beecham all the way from the UK. Bishop Beecham, she's a bishop. But did she say, I'm too important to assist csBailey, this young sister who's trying to do something? No, she didn't. She stood in the gap. She sends me seeds to try to help to support this movement, this global ministry. I want you guys to understand, I am the oldest of 6 children, born in public housing. Nobody gave me nothing. Everything I have, I've worked hard for. But guess what I realized at this point in my life? I need help. I need help. If not for the women that are watching and commenting, if not for Angela, right? If not for Pastor Carmen, if not for Kim Dorsey, if not for Bishop Beecham, if not for my big sister, Apostle Leanne Kofi, how in the world would I be able to lead a global movement? I wouldn't. This ain't about csBailey. This ain't about me being important. This is about us serving God, right? When we talk about purpose, spoiler alert, purpose doesn't mean building your own mansion right? It means advancing the kingdom of God. And for those of you who don't have a relationship with God, we're going to talk about that as we build She Is Still Dope. And as we move along in our membership community, we're going to teach you that the solid foundation that you need to build on is faith, is God. Because if you don't do, if you're not living your God-given purpose, I hate to tell you, you're not living your purpose. And how can I tell you that? For over 25 years, I've been branding celebrities, small businesses, churches, major organizations. I've worked with them all. And there's one thing that I know is that if you are not doing what God has called you to do, and you're building your kingdom on top of people's backs, or you're doing it for money, you're going to crash right back to the bottom because you're not building on a solid foundation. So I want you to understand that in order to build a solid foundation, a lot of bricks need to be laid. What does that mean? That means you need help. That means we need each other, right? Pure faith. Pure faith is everything. I'm going to stick to the message because I could just go a million ways today. But I want you guys to know, and I want you to understand that it is time that we stop criticizing each other. Oh, she don't look good. Guess what? When I see a woman that come on and girl, do it. You doing it. I saw Apostle Kofi the other day. I told her, you better watch out. Your husband's going to have a fit because girlfriend, she looks amazing. Why can't we say, you know what, sis, that was dope. You did your thing. You looked amazing. I want to be like you when I grow up. What did that take away from me to say, Apostle Kofi, you looked amazing. You did a great job. I want to walk in her footsteps because I know she loves God and I know she serves God and she trusts God. And that's rare, right? So when you find somebody that's getting it, when you see a sister that's doing her thing, why can't you say, yo, congrats? Why can't you say, yo, how can I help? In the meantime, while I'm waiting, right, for God to give me my thing or show me what my purpose is, because you don't find your purpose. You just realize it. It's in you right now. But we'll talk about that. We're going to help you if you want to figure out your purpose, if you want to find your purpose, or you just want to refine it or confirm it. Join She Is Still Dope Network. This is not about making money off people. We charge less than $10 a month. Come on, that's just to cover all of these expenses we got for hosting and cameras and all this stuff we got to pay for. $10 a month. Like, go to sheisstilldope.com/membership and join now. And that ain't even a membership pitch. This is we're trying to support you. We're stronger together. What happens, right? Think about this. She Is Still Dope is building a global network. We created our own table. So we come together all across the globe, women, okay, mainly women of color, but women from all across the globe come together and sit at a table, and we exchange resources and referrals and business. We have billions of dollars that is starting to go across the table. Don't you want to sit at that table? And guess what we don't do? We don't compete. We have one woman per category, per chapter, because we're not going to compete with each other. Because there's no negativity over here. There's a lot of women's movements that say they're positive and we're going to support each other, and it's not the truth. But as She Is Still Dope, I can promise you that's exactly what's happening over here. Don't compete with me, eat with me. Let's sit at the table. And you know somebody need a realtor, let the realtor at the table know. You know somebody needs a counselor, let the counselor at the table know. What would happen if we finally recognize? Listen, if you survived COVID, how many people died, right? In COVID, right? How many people have passed away? I think about my family, my little sister, 35 years old. She's not here anymore. In the last 2 years, my mother, my sister, my grandmother, my uncle, my cousin have died. Listen, I want you to understand, if you're here, if you're breathing, if there's breath in your body, your life has purpose. Don't be a waste of space. Yeah, I said it. Do something. What is God trying to do? Our purpose here is to serve. What problem does your life solve? Who are you here to serve? While you're waiting to figure out your purpose, and while you're waiting to figure out what God has for you to do, serve. Hold somebody else's ladder and help another sister out. Because what's going to happen is, in the meantime, I've served. Oh, trust me, I've served a lot of people. And guess what? I learned. It was on the job training. So what you don't understand is, while you serve, you're actually being fed. You're getting on the job training for free. But you look at it like, I ain't going to work under her. I could do this myself. I could do a better job. What is all that for? We have so much hate and anger in our hearts. What happens if we replace that with positivity and love? And I know that sounds like, oh, yeah, here we go with this positivity, but it's real. Ain't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? got a lot of reasons that I want to crawl up in the bed and just sleep all day and watch TV, that I want to be depressed because I miss my sister, or I miss my mom, or my son who passed away at 14 years old from a brain tumor. I got plenty of reasons to lay down. Miscarriages, floor falling in on my brand new business. Y'all know my story. Plenty of reasons that I could give up, but I don't, because I trust God. Again, that goes back to that solid foundation. Things are going to happen. He never said it would be easy, but do you trust God? And if you don't trust God, you don't know who he is, you don't have a relationship, that's okay. Take the first step and say, you know what? I don't know him, but I want to know. Join She Is Still Dope. We're not here to force God down your throat and shove God down your throat. We're here just to show you that, yo, I look like you. I was Rahab. Oh, trust me, csBailey was Rahab. Let's not get it twisted. But if God can use me, if God can use me to touch women all over the globe, he can touch you too. He can use you too. But you believe the things that people have told you since you were a little girl. You ain't good enough. You ain't smart enough. You too dark. You too light. You too fat. You too small. Lies. Lies. I'm here to tell you right now, from the little girl from the Chemistry Projects who now has a very lucrative and successful advertising agency in Southwest Florida. And I grew up in the projects in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the oldest of 6 children. If God can do it for me, he can do it for you too. But you got to believe, you got to want it. Do you want it? Or do you just want to say that woe is me? Let me tell you something. Woe ain't you, because COVID didn't kill you. Is that how you thank God? Is that how you thank God for letting you wake up and breathe this morning? Letting you wake up and see your children's faces, even though they screaming and yelling, they're alive. I send my love to the Fox family who buried their father. He was like my family. They were my next door neighbor. I attended his funeral yesterday, and he left a powerful legacy because he loved his family. If you are still breathing, you looked at your kids this morning. You got a $3,000 stimulus check. I ain't get one. You got a $3,000 stimulus check. What you going to do with it? You going to shop? You going to get Gucci rich? You going to get Prada rich? Or you going to build your own? You going to take that money and flip it and do something with it? You want to build a brand? Hit me up. I'll show you how to build a brand. Contact the Hustle Agency. Do something. What are you here for? And guess what? While you wait, right? While you wait on God, help another woman. Serve. Your local church, we so busy talking about, the pastor ain't do this, the pastor ain't do that. What did you do? What did you do? We're all flesh. We all fall short. No, your pastor's not going to be perfect. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you. They're a person just like you. They trying every day. Pastors have, if you look at the suicide rate among pastors, you know why? Because they carrying all your stuff. I'm here to tell you, right? Because I'm a fisherman. So I could just tell y'all and give it to you straight that stop whining and do something with your life. I'm here to serve too. That's it. I'm a fisherman. My job is to fish. I'm here to tell y'all that with everything, all the hell that I've been through in my life, the only thing that has worked for me is having a relationship with God. I couldn't smoke it away. I've smoked weed. Oh, trust me, I've smoked plenty of weed. I've drank. I drank a lot. I've done it all. But I'm here to tell you that if God could do it for me, he could do it for you too. Come just the way you are. We don't want you to come to She Is Still Dope Network perfect, because guess what? Most of the people you follow in that church, they're not perfect either. Spoiler alert. Following a pastor to tell you you can't follow nobody else and you got to listen to them and you got to do what they say. And let me tell you something. Be obedient. I'm not saying don't have respect. God say do everything right. We got to do it in decency and order. But what I'm saying is that what has God called you to do? What is your purpose on this earth? If you don't know what that is, join She Is Still Dope so that we can all figure it out together. We're in this together. What happens if we help each other? What happens? Like Harriet Tubman said, I could have freed a million more slaves if I could have convinced them they were slaves. I'm here to tell you you're a slave. If you're not working for yourself, you're a slave. And everybody can't be the queen. So if you can't be the queen and you have no desire to be the queen, that's fine, right? Then serve, help, assist. If you are just playing Xbox, hanging out, waiting for Saturday to come so you can put your lashes in your dress on and go hang out instead of cooking your kids dinner or doing something with your family, that's a problem. As for me and my house, will serve the Lord. What are you and your house doing? And my house ain't perfect, but we're going to try. Are you going to at least try? No more excuses. Ain't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? And that ain't correct English, but that's exactly what I mean. It's time we wake up. It's time we stop making excuses. It's everybody's fault but yours. I want y'all to understand. It's a toss-up feeling to serve. Absolutely. God never said it was going to be easy. We in this microwave society. Everybody wants everything easy. You want it fast. He never said it was going to be easy. And 9 times out of 10, if it comes to you fast and easy, it costs something. It costs something you don't know what it costs, or you made a deal with the devil. Understand, it is not easy to serve. Everything in life ain't going to be easy. But there's a purpose, right? If you know that every day you're getting up and you're trying your best and you're doing your best and you're putting one foot in front of the other, that's all I can ask. Wake up and talk to God. And if you don't know how to pray, just say, yo, God, it's Cherie. I need you today. Lord, I don't really know you. I've never been to church a day in my life. Or when I went to church when I was younger, I went through some church hurt or somebody, whatever. But God, I need you. Can you show me what to do, God? Can you tell me what to do, God? But if you don't ask, how can you expect to receive? And I understand if you've never had a relationship with God and you don't know what that looks like, just join the network so you can start to experience it and experience a sisterhood where women have come together to support each other and love each other and help each other. Because guess what? It's real. We're not doing this. I know there's a million coaches out there right now selling programs and memberships, and they ain't coaching nothing. They're just taking people's money, $50, $60, $250 a month to teach you absolutely nothing. Let me explain something to you. Nobody has the answer, right? Except for God. So you're going to all these gurus and all these people who can tell you how to fix your life when the only person that can help you, the only person that can tell you what to do is God. When's the last time you send emails? When's the last time you sent some email? Get on your knees. Get on your knees and talk to God and say, God, I'm lost. I'm broken. I'm grieving. I'm hurting. I need you, Lord. What should I do? Where do I start? But see, here's the thing. We ask God, right? But do you stay long enough to hear him answer you? We doing them quick prayers and I got to go. I got to go shopping. I got to go do this. I got to get my nails done. But did you stop, right? And listen to God answer you, because he's trying to answer you, but you won't stop for 5 minutes to hear what he's trying to tell you. He wants to help you. His plan is to prosper us. The Bible says that. Who is he to lie? He never said, I just want you to be miserable the rest of your life. But a lot of our problems we create. So it's time to stop being the victim and be a victor, right? It's time to win. You can win. I promise you can win. If you try hard enough and you do what you're supposed to do and you put one foot in front of the other and you submit and surrender to God and you just speak to him every day, just stop and talk to God. If you in your lunch break, Lord, I love you. I just want to say thank you, Lord. Thank you for waking my children up this morning. It's really not difficult. It's really not difficult. It's time that we as women come together, right? And we assist and we support and we pour into and we refer each other and we help each other. Guess what? The reason She Is Still Dope does not create events, right, is because there's some sister out there in our network that has an event going on right now. Why would I create an event when we could just go help her with hers? There's somebody right now with a flooded basement in their business. Pipes burst. And they need somebody to come help them get the water out of the basement. But you at home watching soap operas. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're breathing. You're breathing. You're here. What purpose does your life serve? Don't die with regret and say, I shoulda, I coulda, I woulda. If you close your eyes and tomorrow the next face you see is God's and he say, what you do with what I gave you? Did you live your purpose? I was going to, Lord. No. Today is the day. Today is the day. If you don't know what your purpose is, join the network so you can flesh it out, so we can show you how to figure it out, because your purpose is right here. It's right here. You don't go find it. It's inside of you. You know what God is telling you to do. You know what you want to do, but you listen to everybody else tell you, you can't do it. You're too old. You're not smart enough. You know what happens if we listen to what God's saying instead of what other people are telling us? Right? What happens if we serve while we wait, while you're waiting, right? Because it doesn't come, our timing is not God's timing. I know you want it today. I know you want to be a millionaire today, but that's not necessarily the way it happens. So while you wait, will you serve? Because there's a blessing in serving. Help another woman. Help another sister. You know there's a single mom out there that lives in your neighborhood that ain't had a break in months. Offer to watch her kids so she could take a nap, so she don't snap out and lose her mind. People are losing their mind right now in this world. She working 18 shifts just trying to pay the rent, because right now rent, minimum wage, nobody can afford to live right now on minimum wage. So she working 3 jobs with all these kids, and instead of making sure her kids ain't burning down the house cooking because they home alone, you could just say, yo, how about you send the kids to my house? How about if I watch the kids for you for a couple hours? What'd it cost you? You home anyway. Didn't cost you nothing. Today is time for us to get real. I don't need women around me that just want to tell me whatever I want to hear because they want me to feel good about myself. I want them to tell me, sis, you shouldn't wear that dress. Sis, you know that was wrong. That's what I need, because that's the only way we're going to get better. Don't stop being so sensitive because somebody tell you the truth. That's the real friends you need. You don't need the friends that are just telling you whatever you want to hear. You need the friends that are going to tell you the truth and tell you that that ain't your color. How about that? It's time for a reality check. It's time that we love each other and tell. What happens when we replace all of that? See, the reason most of y'all are what I call angry birds. Angry birds. The reason you're an angry bird is because you're not living your purpose. It's because you're upset and angry with yourself, or you're carrying hurt from childhood. Watch Going Deep with Pastor Carmen so she can help you figure out and go back. Oh, I was an angry bird for a long time. A lot of things happened to me when I was a little kid, and I carried that hurt and anger. And guess what I did? Hurt people hurt people. So if you're hurting people, if you spew hate and just lies and nastiness out of your mouth, that's because that's what's in your heart. And it's not necessarily your fault. It could be something you went through as a child, something you went through in your youth that you need to heal from, and you can heal from it. Watch Pastor Carmen on Thursdays, Going Deep, and figure out what that childhood trauma is. We have a seminar coming up, a whole weekend, where you'll be able to go through that process and really figure it out. Listen, either you want to win or you're going to lose. I don't know about you, but I'm not a quitter. I have every reason to give up. I have every reason to quit. I told you my son, teenage son, died from brain cancer, right? My husband had cancer at 29, right? My 35-year-old little sister 2 years ago died in her sleep. My mom died unexpectedly, right? I could keep going. Miscarriages, failed businesses, all kind of stuff. But what I understand is that God has a purpose for my life. I'm here for a reason. I'm grateful to be breathing. Are you grateful? Have you stopped just to, if you don't do nothing else today, before you go to bed, I want you to say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. It's only because of him that you still have breath in your body, that COVID did not take you out. So how do we repay him? How do we say thank you? By saying, woe is me. Nope, not anymore. Not after today. It's time that we fight back. It's time that we support each other. It's time that we help each other. I'm going to tell you one thing about this network. I'm going to tell you one thing about the She Is Still Dope network is that we are going to touch and agree all across the globe, and lives are going to be changed. And we're here to help you. We're not here to take from you. I'm not trying to make no money off nobody. I've been doing this for years. We going into our 3rd year. Trust me, I spend more money. We don't make no money. Not yet. But I trust God. And I know his plan is to prosper me. So I want y'all to watch, because when he does it, you're going to see that if he can do it for me, he'll do it for you too. But in the meantime, while I wait, I'm going to serve. While I wait, I'm going to serve. For those of you who know, I work with a lot of celebrities. I branded a lot of people, all the way from Dick Gregory, Patty LaBelle, Sidney Poitier, TD Jakes. I work with a lot of people. But I stopped and I decided that I want to help little girls that come from where I come from, Cameron Street Projects. Shout out to everybody at the P-Funk. Yeah, I'm Riri, right? I was Riri from the projects. Now my name is csBailey because God has transitioned me. God has transformed my life. And I understand that I'm here for a reason. Everything that's happened to me has happened to me for a reason. Everything you've been through, God is going to use. Going through and watching my teenage son pass away from cancer. Now, if there's a mother who's going through it, Letitia, who is working with us, her son passed away. MaDonna, who was on earlier, her son passed away. We can support and help each other. Your life has purpose. You're not here to be a waste of space. I want to let you know that there's purpose for your life. That it's not too late. I don't care how old you are. If you're a 65-year-old woman watching right now, your life has purpose. Are you teaching the next generation? Are you training them up? Are you planting seeds so that when you go, that you've left a legacy? I don't know about you, but when I leave this earth, I want to know that I've used everything that God gave me. And that in spite of all of it, that I trusted him. What are you here for? What are you here to do? And if you don't know your purpose, join the network, figure it out. We're going to help you. We're going to flesh through it together. And while you wait, serve. While you wait, serve. That's it. Brenda Mills, that's it. Listen, I need some help with the network. Anybody that wants to volunteer, send me an email. hello@sheisstilldope. And guess what? Not even just me. Go help your local church. Help the community center, the women's shelter in your area. Just do something positive. Don't just sit around. Do something. You're breathing. You're here. Why? If God has allowed you to wake up this morning and breathe, why are you here? What you going to do? What you going to do while you wait? We're stronger together. We're stronger together. We're stronger together. If you're a gossiper, you're breaking women down. All that comes back to you. I'm going to tell you, I know because it happened to me, right? That mouth, a lot of the things, you got to watch what you say out of your mouth. Words have power. What if you decide today that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired? The only thing that's stopping me is me. You want to do something with your life? Serve. Join this network. I promise you, one thing we do not have is negativity. If there's negativity in any of our chapters in our small groups, I will remove it myself. Because we can't grow like that. We still going to love you. We still going to check on you and pray for you. But one thing I will not have is chaos. If you need some peace in your life, the one thing I can say about all of the hosts on this network, all of the women who are attached to this network, from our show hosts to our local chapter presidents to the small group leaders, these women are positive. They will love on you so hard. I see Pastor Veronica Dixon. Some days when I don't feel good, Pastor Via send me flowers out of nowhere. Or she'll just call me on her lunch break and say, I was thinking about you. Do you know what that does for me? Who are you doing that for? What does it take you to take 5 minutes out of your day to call and say, hey, sis, you all right? You need anything? You want me to pray with you? See, because one thing I'm not going to do in this network is I'm not going to put lipstick on a pig. I'm going to tell you the truth because it's time we be honest, right, with each other. Stop putting each other down. Stop competing with each other. For y'all old queens, help the young queens out. Don't compete with me. Eat with me. Leave a legacy. When you die and you leave here, don't you want to know you taught somebody something? You're going to die with all the good information. What good is that? We're here for a reason. We're stronger together. Women, especially women of color, come together. We're sitting at the table sharing resources and information, right? With each other. The good old boy referral network and all that, where we couldn't sit at the table, where we were not invited. Who cares? Stop begging them for crumbs. We got our own table. How about we exchange business and resources, cooperative economics? How about we do that together? Stop asking somebody for something they ain't never going to give you. You think somebody going to take food out their mouth to give it to you? What happens when we do that for each other? What happens back in the day? I remember when I lived in the projects, we had no sugar. We go get it from Miss Polly. Shout out to Miss Polly. Or somebody had a barbecue. We had a barbecue too. Let's get together. What happened to the neighborhood block party and the family reunions? Oh, trust me, I wanted to start movements for us to get black parties and family reunions back together. But we're going to do that when COVID's over. Until God tell us to move forward and go out, we ain't going to do that. So today, if I can share with you, if I can say anything, help a sister out. Hold a sister up. We need each other. We all hurting. Everybody's lost somebody. Everybody's trying to make a nickel out of a dollar out of 15 cents. Everybody trying to floss for the gram like they got it. No, you got a stimulus check. And I ain't hating on that, but guess what? Take that money and flip it and do something with it. Or spend it in your community with your people, with the people who's helping you out. Or the church that fed you at the food bank when you ain't had no money. How about you give a $25 offering to the church? Or the apostle who came to sit by your mom's bedside when she was dying in the hospital. How about you send her a love offering and help her and her family out because they're struggling too? Or how about you call your pastor and pray for her? We so worried about self. Everybody's so selfish. Oh, they ain't doing nothing for me. They ain't helping me out. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm on one today. I'm on one today because we are so blessed and we don't know it. God said to me, I was whining and my little feelings and crying and whining about stuff. And God said, you're not grateful for the gracious life that's the words he used, gracious life. And I'm complaining and whining about stuff. And I got a roof over my head. My kids is healthy. I got food on my back and I'm whining about stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on. He never said it would be easy. Do we trust God or don't we? Or we just want to say it we want to put up the memes. We want to put up the church memes. All of the scriptures. You know, every scripture and every positive motivational. But are you living it? We so busy faking it till we make it. We can't even make it because we just stuck in the faking. Stop faking the funk. Sister over here I'm trying not to drown. Trying to keep this movement going. You want to sow a seed? Cash App, she is still dope. How about that? I never ask nobody for nothing. Because I feel like, I don't need nobody. I can do it on my own. That's a lie. If not for Kim Dorsey standing in the gap for me this morning. If not for Carmen praying for me. If not for Apostle Leanne Kofi from Ghana saying, keep going. You got this. Understand who you are. If not for women like that, I would have given up a long time ago. If not for my godmother, Evelyn Berry, showing me who God was, who Jesus Christ was, I would be a mess. If not for my mother, Tina Daniel, showing me that, I fight, you fight. All I know how to do is fight. But what I understand is God's going to fight my battle for me. So I'm going to get off my soapbox today. But today, I'm asking you, while you wait, who are you serving? And if you don't know what your purpose is, join the network and find out. If you're lost, I realize a lot of us are angry birds because we're angry. If you're an angry bird, if you're bitter, if all you do is gossip and lie, there's hope for you. There's a future for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's hope. But you got to want it. If you don't want it, ain't nothing I can do for you. You got to want it. You got to want it. If you don't want it, ain't nobody in this world that can help you. You got to want it. But for those of you who don't want it, for those of you who are just tired, trust me, I know that feeling. For those of you who are just tired, for those of you who are grieving, for those of you who are hurting, I'm here to let you know, you may not know, but there's a purpose for your life. There's breath in your body for a reason. You have a purpose that you serve in this world, and God can use you. I don't care if you were on the pole yesterday. God could use you today. If he can use me, if he could turn my life around, he could do the same thing for you. I want you to stop. And if you don't have money to help somebody, call and say, yo, how you doing? You all right? Can I pray for you? And even if you don't want to pray with them, just call and see if they're okay. If you got it like that, you got a STEMI, send your pastor some flowers or send him a gift card to Walmart or Target. I love Target. Y'all want to gift cash at me? She is still dope. I want some of that STEMI money. I don't get it, but I'll take some. She is still dope. We got all kinds of things that we need done over here. I love Starbucks. I love Target. Yeah, no, listen. And I'm joking because I just want to lighten things up. I realize I'm on one. But for real, stop and send your sister some flowers. Your pastor's going through it right now. Trust me, with COVID, they are busy. They are on the clock 24/7. Send your pastor a candy box if they love candy, popcorn. I promise you, when you feel bad, then, and Pastor Carmen says this, and it's so true and it's so right. When you feel bad, do something good for somebody else. It will make you feel good immediately. If you're feeling bad right now, you're feeling depressed, do something good for somebody, put a smile on somebody's face and watch and see how you feel. What happens if we take our candle? You see my candle, but I love candles, y'all. What happens if we take our candle, a sister whose candle is blown out, burnt out? What happens if we take our candle and we light her candle? Right? Look at that. Think about that. All of these candles lit all across the world. All these women with hope, joy, and happiness and peace. What happens then? Then the world is not such an ugly place. Then we don't have as many mass shootings. Then we don't have all of this other. Do you see the mudslides? The fires in California? Do you guys not see what's happening in this world? I realize that we want to mentally block it out because it's overwhelming. But this world is in a state of chaos, and who can fix it? God said, if you what? If you pray, right? Turn from your wicked ways, I'll heal your land. We still have time. He can still heal our land. What we got to do? Pray. Turn from our wicked ways. Love on somebody today. Support a sister today. Hold somebody else's ladder today. Serve while you wait. Trust God. Pray. Pure faith is everything. Remember, don't just be dope. Right? That's my tagline. Don't just be. Don't just be. Be dope. It's possible. You want to figure out and learn how we're releasing modules next week. We have modules to walk you through the whole process for you to understand that it's not about making it, right? When you make it, where's it? Is that death? The joy is in the journey. I want you to find joy in your journey, but we got to get started on a solid foundation, because if you start building, right, and you're not on a solid foundation, you're going to have a problem. So we're going to talk to you about building on a solid foundation. We're going to teach you that the joy is in the journey. If you don't know, maybe nobody's ever taught you. Maybe you never had anybody. You got us. You got us. I can tell you, as the founder and the president of She Is Still Dope, that we're not playing no games over here. We don't play with God because we know what he can do. He's the commander in chief over here. Don't just be. Be dope. This is a movement. This is a movement. This is a movement. Join the movement, a global movement. Apostle Kofi is in Ghana. Bishop Beecham is in the UK. We have a chapter in Uganda. Dr. Robin, who was on in Italy. We're all over. Alabama, Atlanta, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Florida. We're everywhere. LA. She Is Still Dope is growing by leaps and bounds. Become one of the founding members, because our rates, the membership rates will go up. I just want to encourage you to encourage somebody today. Be light in somebody's life today. Light another sister's candle today. I've had a rough day today. And I'm sure there are women who are in your family, in your life, who've had a rough day today. Light their candle. Women, we are strong. We can do this. As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. Listen, let's help each other. Let's support each other. Let's do what God is calling us to do. I promise you, when you walk in the light, you are healed. If you've given up hope, if you're grieving, if you're hurting, if you need for us to pray for you, send an email to pray@sheisstilldope.com. We'll take care of it immediately. But join this movement. This is a global movement. We have classes, courses, master classes coming up. Small groups launch on Monday. If you're in beauty, tech, nonprofit, if you want to join the team, you want to volunteer, you want to lead a small group, you want to start a chapter, hit us up. DM us, email hello@sheisstilldope, email local chapters @sheisstilldope, small groups @sheisstilldope. Listen, we're on the move over here. And we're not doing it for the likes. We're not doing it for the gram. We're doing it for God. I couldn't be any more sincere. On that note, I don't think there's really anything else to say, but please send your testimonies. You know what, y'all? For those of you who light somebody else's candle, even on the replay, if you're watching this on the replay and you lit somebody else's candle, send me a message at hello@sheisstilldope because I want to know. Tell them, send this message to csBailey, to the founder. I want to know. Light somebody's candle and let me know their reaction and what it did for them and how it changed your life. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to light somebody's candle. You light somebody's candle today. Because our candles, sometimes they go dim. We have rough days. We need each other, ladies. We're stronger together. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of the She Is Still Dope Vodcast, live with your girl, csBailey. I'll be back next week. Special guest next week. I can't wait for you guys to see who, but we're on the move over here. You want to do something with your life? You want to make an impact? Join the movement. Join the movement. This is a global movement. And our commander-in-chief is the man upstairs. So I want to thank you for tuning in. If I leave you with anything today, remember, don't just be dope.